We're talking about the journey to become a happy hustler, the 3 stages to go from an exhausted entrepreneur to the imbalanced high performer to then ultimately become the happy hustler that you desire. We're going to be diving in.
Do you want blissful balance in your personal and professional life? Great. What's up, guys? My name is Cary Jack, and I want to help you happy hustle a life you love, one full of passion, purpose, and positive impact. I'm a lifestyle entrepreneur, a professional model/actor, a digital marketing specialist, a podcast host, author, a biohacker, an eco-warrior, a martial artist, a hippie cowboy, and a humanitarian. My goal is to educate, inspire, and entertain you to live a life of passion, purpose, and positive impact. It is time to happy hustle your dream reality.
The journey to becoming a happy hustler. These are the 3 stages, the actual progression to go from burnout to balance. And they might surprise you, specifically the second one. What's up, y'all? My name is Cary Jack, and I am a lifestyle entrepreneur and author and founder of The Happy Hustle. And I want to share with you these 3 stages to become a happy hustler. Now, people ask, okay, what is a happy hustler? Well, a happy hustler is someone who systematically harmonizes ambition and well-being, right? They're putting the happy in their everyday hustle. And I want to actually share with you how to do just that. So I'm going to share my screen, which is going to give you a graphic of exactly how this works. But if you're just listening to it, that works too. I can actually just talk you through it. So I'm going to share with you these 3 stages, and then I'm also going to share with you the characteristics of each stage so you can identify where you are at right now. All right, so we're going to get into it. Sharing my screen is a little bit more difficult than it seems at the moment. So I'm going to just give me a couple seconds of stalling here and let me pull it up. All right. Here it is. So the journey to becoming a happy hustler. As you can see, there's 3 stages. The first stage is the exhausted entrepreneur. Okay. The second stage is the imbalanced high performer. And then the third stage is the happy hustler. Now I want to break down each stage. First and foremost, the exhausted entrepreneur. This is where I was when I was a tech entrepreneur in New York City, grinding like a damn dog, working 100+ hour weeks, getting roughly 5 hours of sleep, all for profit, success, ego, status, materialistic items. This was everything I was after. And it wasn't until I achieved a good amount of it that I realized, well, this ain't it. I'm unfulfilled and unhappy. So it sent me on this journey for more happiness, more alignment, more fulfillment. So if you're in this stage right now, some of the characteristics that you may be feeling are struggling to keep it all together, personally and professionally. You might be every day overwhelmed and feeling significant stress. And you could be on the brink of burnout and feeling majorly depleted and enormously unfulfilled. These are some of the characteristics of this stage. And a self-identifying question that you could ask yourself is like, do you feel like you could have a mental breakdown any day now? Now, I will say if you're not an entrepreneur, maybe you're an aspiring entrepreneur, but you are in a career right now, this can still be applied. This could be just the exhausted employee, right? But chances are, if you are feeling any of these characteristics, well, you're probably in this stage and you could face dire consequences and ultimately burn out. So that's the first stage. If you're here, we're going to show you how to progress. However, it's first and foremost, important to identify where you're at. Okay, second stage, the imbalanced high performer. So we have the exhausted entrepreneur, stage 1. Now, the imbalanced high performer. And the imbalanced high performer is where I think the majority of people are at right now. Characteristics of this person are they're managing to keep all the balls in the air, yet they mismanage their priorities. Right? They may feel misaligned and maybe a little unclear in their goals. And then they're also sacrificing self-care, family needs, and holistic well-being, right? This is what an imbalanced high performer might look like or entail. And then a self-identifying question here is, okay, well, how many trips with your lover/family do you have booked on the calendar for 2024? Now, if it's 2 or less, chances are you're working too much and your priorities are out of balance. So this is the imbalanced high performer. And again, the progression is typically you go from a state of, hey, just holding on, brink of burnout, exhausted entrepreneurship, to, hey, I'm getting stuff accomplished. I'm, being productive. I'm a high performer, yes, but I'm in balance. Like, I'm not putting the happy in my hustle. I'm not feeling like I'm really crushing it in these different areas. And then oftentimes the people who love you the most are the ones who get the least of your time, presence, and attention, right? That is what an imbalanced high performer entails. Okay. So now moving on to the third stage, and that is the happy hustler. Now, the happy hustler is someone who is blissfully balanced, both personally and professionally, right? It's someone who is measuring and managing themselves in the 10 alignments using the soul mapping system, right? Our proprietary framework. And then this person is prioritizing holistic happiness and well-being while living with freedom, fun, and fulfillment. That is a happy hustler, right? And a self-identifying question here is, do you measure yourself every week in the 10 alignments?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Apologies for interrupting your programming, but I have to tell you, the best investment you can make in yourself is one in which helps you acquire skills. You've probably heard people talk about, oh, just invest in yourself and you'll be successful. Yes, that's true to a degree, but you have to invest in skills that will ultimately help you achieve your desired results. And I think one of the best skills one can possess, be it an entrepreneur or an aspiring entrepreneur, is the sales sword. Really knowing how to sell, utilizing pressure-free persuasion, which will make you more money and more impact. Now, if you want to know how to sell more efficiently and effectively, I just launched a sales course called The Proven Roadmap Process to Selling Millions of Dollars and helping you to increase your conversions guaranteed. And you can get access to this new sales course that The Happy Hustle is launching at thehappyhustle.com/sales. And if you act fast, you'll get it at the lowest price it'll ever be available, because we are launching it and we want to gain amazing testimonials and social proof to further share this knowledge. So if you act fast, you can get it at the lowest price it'll ever be. That's at thehappyhustle.com/sales. Now let's get back to this episode
and prioritize change accordingly based on feedback. So if you do, great, you're a happy hustler. If not, then probably you got some work to do. So those are the 3 stages. You go from exhausted entrepreneur to the imbalanced high performer to the happy hustler. And these 3 stages hopefully can help you first self-identify where you're at, and then second, help you get to where you want to go, right? Now, I am going to just say this right here, this progression can essentially be optimized with the soul mapping framework. And I'm going to actually just stop sharing my screen and just talk about it. So the soul mapping framework is how you can get to become a happy hustler. And it's 10 different areas of life. We've done ample episodes on the framework. So if you want, you can just look it up on YouTube or Google it, the soul mapping system. But essentially, it's selfless service, optimized health, unplugged digitally, loving relationships. That's the soul part in soul mapping. And then mindful spirituality, abundance financially, personal development, passionate hobbies, impactful work, and then nature connection. So these are the 10 different areas of life. And if you want to go from exhausted entrepreneur to imbalanced high performer to ultimately a happy hustler, you need to measure and manage yourself in these 10 different alignments. That's it. That's the magic. And what you measure, you manage. So if you want to actually put the happy in your hustle and absolutely crush it in your personal and professional life, well, here's how to do it. And I will just say a quick story. So one of the guys in our Happy Hustle Club, he was an employee, right? This was before we really targeted only for entrepreneurs at our highest level. The Happy Hustle Club is now for high performing entrepreneurs. But before, we would kind of let people in who really were all in and wanted to adopt the methodology. So this individual, he was a CPA for a Big Four accounting firm, but then worked for Kraft Foods and was, very unhappy and unfulfilled in his everyday reality. However, he then started to see the promised land of entrepreneurship and how he could create the three freedoms: creative, time, and financial freedom. And he started to implement this system, measuring himself in these 10 different areas to increase fulfillment and joy in his current reality as an employee, but ultimately knowing that the side hustle of becoming a business owner full time was what he was after. And then fast forward to the day that he actually quit, because his side hustle was making him enough money to quit with confidence. And he called me and he was just like basically on the brink of tears saying, man, you changed my life, with this framework, Cary, and were able to help me put the happy in my hustle. And, now he has a thriving business, with his accounting firm. And he also is all in on a nonprofit now. And this nonprofit is doing some amazing work with kids with exceptionalities and special needs. And it's all because he went through this progression, right? Him specifically as an exhausted employee, then an imbalanced high performer, then to a happy hustler. But this progression takes time. And for you, if you're out there listening or watching and you're not maybe a happy hustler right now, we'll realize, one, it's okay, give yourself grace. But two, where you want to go, get clear on that intention, and now follow the game plan to get there. This process is not out of reach for anyone. It actually, it works. And I'm very passionate about it. Obviously, as you can tell, it's changed my life. It's changed thousands of other happy hustlers. And, I'm just grateful for the experience and being able to help facilitate in whatever capacity. So that is the 3 stages, and it works. I can tell you hands down. If you want to go deeper, you can pick up a copy of the book, The Happy Hustle version 2.0. Again, this book is on pre-order right now until mid-June, and then it goes live. But right now, if you're listening right when this episode drops, you can actually get over $350 in bonuses. So you can go to thehappyhustle.com/book to check it out. Now, regardless, if you want to go from exhausted entrepreneur to imbalanced high performer to the happy hustler that you are destined to be, then just keep listening and watching the show. I'm so grateful for you. And keep on happy hustling the life that you love. Peace and love, y'all. I'm out.